Welcome to Live Before You Die channel, and in today's video I'll be talking about a very different book, and the name of the book is, it's a very famous book. The name of book is The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel. The reason why I'm saying it's different because it gives a very different aspect about money. I would say it would break your bones in your head about money, that how to get rich, what is the idea of money, what is the idea of saving, how we treat money in our mind, and which is a very wrong notion. So this book talks about some experts like Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger, and it has inculcated their idea of money in this book. Plus they have also studied, they have gone in the past and saw that how the money has actually evolved, how people evolved as per money, and what were the best practices they did to make sure that money stays with them. So to start with, it says if you spend money on the things, you will end up with the things, not money. Just for example, let's say I'm a gadget freak and I like to buy a lot of gadgets, iPhone, phones, TV, mobiles, all that of stuff, right? With the money. So if I spend all my money there, I'll be rich in those gadgets, those stuff, but I'll be not having money. So we need to save money and not spend money. So one more aspect I'll just tell you again from the book is like the idea of a millionaire, right? Say if you have to imagine a millionaire, what comes to your mind? I think the thing that will come to your mind would be a nice big car, luxury hotels, and not many other stuff. But again, the idea of being a millionaire is not about spending money on luxuries, big cars, big hotels, and big cruise and big vacation. The idea is saving money. So millionaires are not, of course there are some who would do that, but most of the millionaires are not who are the ones who spend their money. They are the people who save their money. Mighty Napoleon once said, a genius is a man who can do the average things when everyone is losing his mind. To explain this, the book has given an example of two people, and what the author is trying to explain here is difference between getting wealthy and staying wealthy. So they are two different things. So let me try to explain that from the example. So it takes an example of a janitor, and these are two examples, right? About a janitor who died at the age of 92 with a wealth of $8 million. I repeat, he died with a wealth of $8 million. His secret, he just invented in blue chip stocks and waited until decades, and small compounding of the stocks became $8 million. So that's the example of getting wealthy and then going to from getting wealthy to staying wealthy. So now there's another example which is about a guy named Robert, who was a Harvard educated guy and who worked in some big financial firms and retired at the age of 40. He started his philanthropy at 40 and his business at 40. And he was in the list of 40 under 40 in Crane's business magazine. So top shot finance guy. So in year 2000, he was so rich that he borrowed heavily. He thought that let me expand my house. So what he did was he built a massive house. It had 11 bathrooms, two elevators, two swimming pools, and think about anything, whatever a house could have, he had everything. But by the year 2008, from 2002 to 2008, the things turned, table turns upside, the market crash happened, and Robert became a bankrupt guy. So the story here would tell you a very different aspect about investing. For example, have you ever heard that a janitor has outsmart a nuclear scientist in his profession, or a teacher in his profession, or a IT guy in his profession? It can never happen. Never in life a janitor can excel and go beyond them, because he is a janitor and he would be less educated, and there is no means that a janitor can supersede them. But investing is different. Investing doesn't need big qualification or a lot of finance knowledge or lots of degrees, a lot of experience. It comes down to some very simple things, some different psychology. If you understand those psychology, then there are chances that you would get rich like a janitor, and there are also chances that you would eventually become bankrupt if you follow some bad practices. And the most important aspect about money is that anything which is big, huge, famous is the result of trail of events. When I say trail of events, it means that there will be a lot of events associated to it, right? There's a lot of tail to it, which means it has a lot of failures because before it became successful. So, for example, Jeff Bezos kind of found was the founder of Fire Phone. He invented Fire Phone, and this his invention flopped totally. So instead of apologizing in front of his shareholders, he came to the event and he said, "We are heading for bigger failures. If you think Fire Phone is a big failure, then I'm assuring you we are going to be having bigger failure than Fire Phone." And if you compare Fire Phone with those failures, Fire Phone failure would be looking very minute in front of those failures. So which means that without failing again and again, you cannot succeed. And in failures only you would see there would be success. So tail means that you need to be very constant in whatever you do, and you will definitely face failures. So if you can overcome failures again and again and again and again, then there will be a time when you would definitely succeed. So we all will do mistakes in our journey of money. So the thing is that we don't need to fear from that mistakes. And this book also gives example of Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger about their mistakes. The stocks that Warren Buffett carries are around 4 to 5 thousand stocks. So only 10 of them, only 10 of them have given him huge profits. The rest have performed very average. Charlie Munger once said, if you remove some top baggers from Berkshire Hathaway, then the rest of the stocks are doing very average. So there's a very important aspect about Warren Buffett's wealth. 81.4 billion out of 85.5 billion of his net worth came after his 65th birthday. So while Warren Buffett's investing skills are very important, but his secret was time. So to conclude, my takeaway from this book is that we should definitely be focusing on making money, getting rich, but we should be more focused on staying rich. We should know that every aspect, everything that has risen or gone beyond something has a series of tails, which would be mostly failures. So we need to make sure that we should embrace failures, learn from them, and move ahead. And the third thing is time. Time is very, very important. And with time, it means patience. We need to wait for a very, very long time for the fruits to come. So whatever we sow will not fructify immediately. So if we have patience, if we invest time, definitely our wealth is going to grow. So that was all from my side today. This is Vipul signing off now till we meet again.